Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Young Octavius Band Dreezy, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastards. You don't got car, little mama, it's okay, Take a flick, Lady Gaga. I want the smoke, I want the draga, bad boy.
All right, y'all, we got the coolest with us off the porch today.
Yeah.
Foggieraw, how are you feeling?
Feeling extravagant on this lovely Saturday night.
And I'm just gonna pop this conversation off. I know earlier I did not want to say the word underrated because I feel like it's so offensive to artists.
Yeah.
But Foggy, like, I'm finna give you the flowers, man.
Give 'em,
You are so lit, and I know people are woke to it, but it's like, for real, like, get into it. So how do you feel right now as an artist?
So it's crazy, like, I know fans don't mean nothing by it when they say, like, you're so underrated, because they just trying to say, you're so good, I wish everybody knew you. But they don't know that, like, as an artist, it's like, especially like an independent artist, you hear that all the time, like, oh my gosh, it's like, damn, kind of mess with your head. But I just learned to take it as, like, I just love what you're doing so much. I just wish the world knew who you were. So I take it, and I feel like I take it to mean what you are trying to tell me, basically. So, I'm probably 100% underrated because I feel like I'll probably be one of the best ever. So if everybody don't know me, then I'm underrated. So yeah.
And I think that's what I was getting at when I was trying to say, like, we know who you are, but it's like the world still is like,
not knowing yet, yeah.
Now, we do got to take it back and get into your background.
Okay.
Tell us about PG County, man.
Prince George's County, yeah, like, I say, like, so when I first, like, I'm from Ghana, so I came to America when I was like 5. And when I first came to America, actually, I went to Montgomery County. It's another place in Maryland, but that's like more the white side. And I remember, like, I'm in Maryland thinking everything cool, like, it's a lot of white kids, and then I'm like real dark skinned. So I remember, like, okay, like, I know I'm black, but I don't really know that, like, there's like such thing as like dark skin and light skin and just other types of black people. It's just black and then whites. And I remember I got to PG and everything was so lit and everybody listening to the crazy types of music, hip hop, go-go, da-da-da. And then people are be like, oh, he's light skinned, he's dark skinned, and there's shades and there's so much complexity. So I feel like PG, it just kind of like shaped me to know everything about everything, low-key, just where I'm from, all that.
And the area that you lived in, was it like a pretty good area, or how was it?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool, it's like, cool suburb, like the goods and then the bads too, so, a lot of people move from DC, they come to Maryland, come to different parts of Maryland, so it's like, it'd be some chaos, but it'd be cool too at the same time, so yeah.
How would you describe the influence of PG County when it comes to the DMV areas?
So PG, I mean, for me, like with the DMV, it's kind of like everybody want to make it like this one big thing, but I feel like people who actually there, it's like you either from, like you from your part. So if you from DC, you just DC, you don't really nothing else. And if you from PG, it's just PG, nothing else. So PG to me is like everything. It's like I don't even really go to DC that much. It's
really?
Always PG, like Largo, Laurel, wherever you gotta go, just anywhere.
And I heard the fashion is like crazy there. Like
we the freshest in the world. All the fashion, we started all of it.
Period. Now, how would you describe your upbringing there?
Man, it was really like, you kind of get like the best of both worlds, cause like Prince George County, it's like the richest black, like area, I think damn near in the world, or in America for sure, I think. So it's kind of like, you see you see like what it's like as far as money, like resources, having things, being able to broaden your horizon, but then you see like a lot of like street stuff going on, and it's like a nigga in your class who like has bodies, and it's like another little cool, nerdy, artsy kid who's probably gonna go to like some crazy school. Like they all in your class, so you kind of really get the best of both worlds. So I feel like people from PG, they so like worldly, you get what I'm saying? Like they just know mad stuff.
So being that it is like two types of worlds in PG County, how are you able to really focus in and stay on track and not get caught up with the BS that might happen there?
Shoot, I mean, for me, it's probably really just, you know, God. Cause it's real easy, like it's real easy to get caught up in stuff, like, so I just say the real answer is just God. You gotta get lucky, be blessed, something, yeah.
Now, do you have any crazy PG stories?
Yeah. Okay, let me think, what's the craziest story? So, okay, I remember like one time I was in like 9th grade, and I'm like walking, like, cause it's like a cool school. It's not like hood or nothing like that.
Right.
So I'm just walking home, or no, I'm not walking home, I'm like walking to the Popeyes. So we just chilling, me and my friend, we be skateboarding, so we skateboarding, and we just on our phone chilling, and then, what do you call it, walking casually, crossing the street, just on our phones. So then some dude, I guess we weren't supposed to cross the street, so cars was coming, and then some dude almost crashed his car because we was walking, just being careless. So he jumped out the car, and he was chasing us for like literally like what felt like 10 miles. It was probably like
chasing.
Yeah, like literally on foot chasing. Like I'm a I'm just like what? Like okay, but this where we at. Okay, cool.
Man,
so that was one of the crazy stories. Yeah.
That's crazy. Now I know that you grew up in an African household, so you know they don't play about them careers.
Yeah.
So how the hell were you able to get your parents' support when it came to you wanted to pursue your music and rap? I mean, career in music.
Yeah. So with my parents, it was pretty much like they was never really against it. I mean, I feel like I wasn't really a good student, so my parents wasn't on some like, oh, this nigga's finna be a doctor or something.
Right.
They at least thought, can you just like try to get some type of job? So they was never really against it, but they was always telling me to finish school. So, you know, I was doing my rap thing. It was like, this is cool, but you know, make sure you finish school. And then my rap thing started going a little bit towards the end of my school, so I was finna drop out. And then they were like begging, like, please don't drop it. You about to finish. I was like, nah, I'm finna leave, like, da-da-da. So I told all my teachers for my last semester of school, I was like, look, if I don't graduate, I'm not coming back. So can y'all just please make sure I graduate? And then they all just made sure I got C's the semester, and I graduated by the skin of my teeth. Like, and I came to class probably like 3-4 times that whole semester.
What'd you get your degree in?
I think sociology.
Sociology?
I forgot. But I think it was sociology. It was sociology, or it was like it wasn't psychology. I forgot. Like I just don't. I wasn't even there. Like, but I got it though. Yeah.
Man, that's all that matters. Listen. So I want to get into your name, Foggieraw. When I was listening to the meaning of like how you came up with it, it was really interesting to me, and I really would want you to let everybody know like what that significance is to you.
So Foggieraw, it was it's short for it's long for Foggieraw, and it was like a basketball commercial where I had this basketball player, Mo Williams, and he had like these 2 rings in the commercial, and one said Fog and one said Raw. So I was like, damn, that's hard. So I made that name my Facebook name. And then everybody would call me Foggieraw. They'd be like, oh, Foggieraw. So it kind of stuck. And then I would be on Instagram, and then I'd make my name Foggieraw, right? But then I'd delete my Instagram. So the Instagram used to do this thing where if you delete it, you can't get your old name back. So I would always have to add like underscore or extra W or da da da. And then one day I just said, all right, I'm just making it Foggieraw because I don't want no underscores. And then it just stuck. Everybody called me Foggy, and then that's how it was really.
And so with that, I also know that you stated like a line that they said in the commercial.
Yeah, it was like player hating on a player. Girl, I'll see you later. I just got in Foggieraw on the mayor. It was like that. That's corny, but yeah.
No, but that's lit though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like that joint.
Now, Foggy, if I'm not mistaken, you are a part of like the 2014, like that 2014, 2016 run Soundcloud era.
Yeah, Soundcloud, yeah.
Listen, that was the one that's like Playboy Cardi,
Yeah.
that's like 21 Savage, Kodak Black, Yachty, Uzi. So talk to us about how you got your buzz starting on SoundCloud.
Yeah, so SoundCloud is crazy because it kind of came out of nowhere. Because at first I started rapping and it was like, yo, I just want a place to put my music, but YouTube, it felt kind of complicated, like to make a whole, so I was just like, SoundCloud literally take the file, you could upload it from your phone. So you just be uploading from your phone. Then it kind of like, there was all these crazy, like eclectic producers on there who would just post their beats for free. So I'm listening to all these beats, I'm like, damn, these beats are just here, like I could just take them. So I started taking them, rapping on them. And then there was like a whole world of people who just wanted to hear kind of like cool, weird stuff just on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
So it was going like that. Then is a rapper from Dreamville, and I was real, like, had nothing going at the time. And his name is Cozz. And then he found my song, one of like the first songs I put out. And then he, I think like, so his album came out, and then, so he posted his whole album, right, on SoundCloud. But he didn't know that if he reposts my joint, it'll come up before his album. So he reposted my song, and then it's for like months, my song first, then his album. So everybody was going to see his album, they just coming to hear my song first, and then that's how it really started. So that's kind of how I got my first initial push on SoundCloud, yeah.
And just to backpedal a little bit, starting out, were you making Christian, you weren't making Christian music, were you, or like gospel rapping, or?
So yeah, like my music is definitely like always been Christian, like as far as like me being Christian, but it was always just like some cool SoundCloud stuff. So it was never like, oh, you take it and go perform it at church. It was always just like, I be rapping about that stuff in my songs, yeah.
Who would you say was the inspiration behind your rap career?
I say like the top inspirations was probably like Chamillionaire, MF Doom, Lil Wayne. I say them three.
Ooh, I want to take it back to Chamillionaire because it's
Yeah.
very few people that say that he's one of the influences.
Yeah,
So you got to tell me why that is.
So it's so like, I'm such a big Chamillionaire fan because I remember when he first came out with Riding Dirty, right? I heard the song and I was like, damn, this is hard. But I missed, you know how the credit used to come for the music video? So I missed it. I'm like, who is this nigga? Like, I couldn't find it. So I went to school and I'm asking everybody, I was like, yo, did you hear this song? It was like, you see me, bro? Did you hear that song on MTV last night? And everybody's like, bro, I didn't hear it. I don't know what song you're talking about. So I went home, I'm like, I'm gonna sit here on MTV Jams all day until they play this song again so I can catch it. So I feel like when you sit there that many hours waiting for something, you just gonna become a super fan. It don't even matter. So I became a fan when I found it. Like I found it like 10 that night. So mind you, I'm like, come home maybe 4. And I sat there and waited. So ever since then, I just always listen to his stuff. And then I have like a neighbor who he really reminds me of. So it was just like, he always felt like a distant older brother type stuff. So that's why I like Chamillionaire.
So we know that you got your buzz from your drops on SoundCloud, but many want to know what your exact journey looked like from the time you started identifying yourself as an artist to where you are now.
So my journey, it's more so like, I would, So that's what I used to do. I used to put stuff on SoundCloud. It's going. So I send it to like a blog or two. You know, the blog helped me get a couple little play. Let's say I'm trying to get 50,000. Start getting 50,000, and then I start over time started growing to 100. Maybe like every month, couple months, started growing to a couple 100,000. Then I started doing music videos, and when I started doing music videos, I had a real good friend, Retro Spectral. He's from around the way. He would use my songs in his videos. So then it started going to like, oh, you getting 200, 300,000. Now it's going. Then the label start calling. Then this bigger blog want to write about you. Then slowly, so then I put out an album. So slowly, it just always kept growing to what it is now.
And speaking of the blogs, I've been seeing a lot of people on social media saying how much they missed the blog eras where the blogs weren't posting so much beef and they were really just posting the music. So what's your perspective on that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's probably true because I'm not really too familiar with blogs. And even the blogs I'm talking about, it was more like just SoundCloud blogs. They didn't have like a website. It was like a page where niggas just get reposted. But yeah, honestly, whatever Twitter's saying is true because you can't go against Twitter. They kill you.
You said you can't go against Twitter, they'll kill you.
So whatever they saying, it's right.
Now, starting off, did you ever doubt yourself in the process?
Honestly, it's crazy because I never really doubted myself. Yeah, now I did come to a point where I was like, damn, like I gotta improve what I'm doing because I can't just keep doing the same thing, wanting the same result. But never like, I don't think I can do it. I never really doubted myself, no.
Now I wanna get into your style because it's very different, but it's like captivating in a sense. Like your lyrics are like, I mean, okay, so I don't wanna say, you're not mumble rapping at all. And then you're not a Christian rapper, but then in a sense, you kind of do. So it's kind of like, where would you categorize yourself?
So I feel like, as an artist, from your perspective, it's kind of like the worst thing to do is to ever categorize myself. I've never categorized myself. I just feel like it's whatever I am, you just put that out into the world, put that on wax, and that's what it is. So no categories. The category is Foggieraw. That's the only category, yeah.
With your career, what would you say are some big sacrifices that you had to make, and even some that you're having to make now?
Big sacrifices. I say, I mean, you know, it's like time. Like I say, like me, it wasn't really hard for me because even when I wasn't like big or anything like that, like I would always sacrifice time just to do music. So it's just like mad Saturday nights, I'm just gonna work on this, money. I remember just being in school, just not really having money to do anything, but it's just like I save up $50 so I can go to the studio for 2 hours, like, and then that's all I'm doing. So that's like, the sacrifice part was always a part of it, for real.
Was there any times where you would be like, damn, I don't know if I want to do this rap stuff no more?
Nah.
Always.
Never that.
Always. You know what?
Even if I wasn't getting paid or anything, I would always want to do rap.
Have you ever felt the pressures to make other music outside of what your style is?
Yeah, you feel the pressure, but definitely not like to succumb to it. Just feel it, yeah.
Now, Foggy, you are still an independent artist.
Yes.
And I know many are like, why the hell hasn't Foggy signed yet?
Yes.
So what's going on with that?
So for me, I feel like all my talks, well, I mean, I like, you know, just being in the, like, it sounds cool, like just, but like, for me, all my talks, when I have talks with labels, it'd always be like you saying, like, oh, are you like a Christian artist? Are you like a mumble rapper? Are you like a backpack rapper? Like, are you like, so it's like everybody always think I'm one thing, when it's like, yo, I'm kind of like all those things together. Like, and if you take one thing out, then you don't have me no more. So they would always try to push me in one other direction. So I always be like, nah, I'm not feeling it. So I just always was waiting for a situation where if you can't let me be 100% of everything that I am, then I don't want to do it. And honestly, like, I was already making money, like a lot of money doing the rap, so I just really didn't need to take a deal, yeah.
And I would say with that, could it be discouraging at times when like they try to place you in a box and it's like, dang, like I'm not even like that for real, like I can do everything.
It's not even discouraging. At this point, I just be like, man, I just ball. It don't matter. Yeah, I make more songs, make more albums. Album on the way, please, it's gonna come. But I just keep going. Yeah, don't even think about it no more.
And starting out as far as your rap career, when did you really start seeing the buzz outside of SoundCloud?
Oh yeah, this is actually, let me shout out my dog Ruslan too. So he was like a rap, it was my friend, he a rapper. So he was real big, like he was touring, doing all that stuff, and I was just like on SoundCloud. So he'd be like, yo, come out to my shows. I'm like, damn, you out here doing shows, it's crazy. So he'd be like, man, I'm telling you, you gotta stop messing with that SoundCloud and come over here and put your stuff everywhere. And I'm just like, bruh, nah, SoundCloud forever. Like, you can't. And he's just like, I'm telling you, one day it might not be here. So he always be on me like, bruh, this how you do it. Go to little TuneCore, go to TuneCore, upload your stuff, maybe pay like $50, and cool. And just let it be there. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna listen to you, but no one's gonna listen on there. They're just gonna listen on SoundCloud. So people really started listening on, well, I think one day I just posted all my stuff on Apple or TuneCore or Spotify. Yo, all of a sudden I'm chilling, I'm getting a little plays, but I'm not really looking. Then all of a sudden I got not a check, but I checked my account, it was like $1,000. I was like, what? So I told her, I was like, Mom, I got $1,000 from putting my music up there. And she was like, what? So that's when I was like, damn, like, okay, like, this the way to go. Like, you can get some money. So then I was just like, SoundCloud, it's been real. See,
Man, what was the first song that really took off for you?
So it's like the first song was a song called 30 and 10. But like the first song that a lot of people know is like the song called You Can't Be My Baby.
Oh my God, I was just finna ask you about You Can't Be My Baby.
Yeah.
Who is them ones doing the background vocals at the very end?
So yeah, that's actually like a DC thing. That's like, it's like, I think it's a New Impression. So New Impression is like a popular go-go band from back around the way. So there's little kids like in high school. It was a popular video when I was on the MySpace days. Them just in the cafeteria just singing it. So I just took it and put it on. And I knew it would be like a if you know, you know type thing. So it was kind of like a shout out to the, you know, the
I'm not gonna lie, like I kept going fast. I'm like, who is this? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now, what made you do that? Because that was like really creative. Like it goes from like Foggy style and now we're into these niggas singing their ass off.
Yeah. So I think the reason I did it, you know, I'll be honest, like the real reason I did it when I started was because I used to be real like insecure about my voice when I was rapping. So I'd be like, man, like my voice is not gonna be enough to carry a song. So if you do a song, put something at the end so niggas know, like even if they hate your voice, they could just like the thing at the end. So I always used to do it, but then it became like like it's just cool. Like I like to make songs more elaborate, So that's where it kind of came from, yeah.
Nah, that shit was hella dope. Like I was like, damn, this shit was ahead of its time.
Wow, thank you so
much. For real, like way ahead of its time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that you are really big on your faith, and you know that this industry can be a bit dark sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
So how do you really manage to not be led astray and to keep your faith?
Man, yeah, so, okay, how do I manage to not be led astray? So I think for me, you know, you gotta always just have your connection with God, you know what I'm saying? Your relationship with God as far as just like you praying and you reading it and not like, what does this nigga think about God? Or what did this person say I should do? But just you having your understanding, man, you having your circle of people who keep you grounded, keep you encouraged in that type of stuff. And then it's just like that stuff will keep you like on the right path, I believe. and just not let it, because you know the industry, it kind of like take you anyway. Like if you kind of going for anything, they'll take you on a ride for anything. So you gotta know what you are and then just stay strong in that, really.
I love that. And I feel like it's kind of like when people don't like going to church because they be like, the church is this, the church is that, but it's like you gotta have your own experience.
Right. Your own thing. Because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you see God at the end, it's like, he's not gonna be like, oh, what did all these niggas think about that? It's just like, well, what did you, like, did you do that? Did you read? Did you try to holler at me about it? So you just gotta do it for yourself, really.
Right. What would you say are some things that have changed from 2014 Foggieraw to you as an artist now?
I honestly, I mean, you know, obviously life stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, friends, you know, girl, you know, all that type of stuff. But artistically, nothing. I still like have a passion the same way I had it when I was, you know, whatever age I was at that time. So nothing really changed, really. It's still going.
And have you seen any growth in you as well as an artist, of course?
It's weird because like I don't know.
I just feel like you're so damn cool that like it just like you just so damn cool.
Yeah.
You kind of just
I probably got cooler.
not cooler. No, but yeah, like I just feel like Foggy, you're just so damn, I don't know how to put it, but you're just fucking cool. So it's like you just do your own thing.
Just do my own, that's it. Like I don't even, cause I feel like I used to always hear people like, you know, when you talk to rappers all day, they be like, man, like what I'm doing now, it's way harder than the stuff. It's like, bro, I just be like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think like that. It's just like, I'm just trying to be super cool, make super fly music every single day and more than yesterday. So whatever that process looked like, that's what it looked like.
Ooh, I do want to ask you about if there's, well, I do want to ask you, is there any risk that you've had to take to get to where you are now?
Risk? Yeah, definitely like a bunch of like financial risk. Like when you independent, you gotta really, cause like when you with a label, they take so much of that risk for you. Like they put hundreds of thousands. So it's like when you independent, people don't know how much money goes into like a listener even seeing a song. You know, it's like you really got to put your own money up. So it's just like, okay, like, oh yeah, you want to get on this magazine, you got to pay $10,000. You want to get on this little page right here, you got to pay $7,000. And it's just like, oh, you got to pay it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So always taking them financial risk, but it's really more so just like believing in myself though, and just knowing like, okay, we get it back. Yeah, always.
What would you say it would really take for you to end up signing a deal?
I mean, what it would definitely take more money than I can make by myself. It would definitely take that. And it would take, you know, niggas believing in the whole picture, not just like 2 or 3 parts of the picture. But it's not like an end goal. Like I don't have this goal of I want to get signed and then it's not like that for me, yeah.
Now, I'm not finna get in your business, but we are finna get in your business.
Okay,
I know you had some drama on IG Live, so you gotta talk to us about that.
Okay. So it was really like, there was a situation where me and my boy, we was trying to go to the studio. We had some, I ain't gonna say that. We was trying to go to the studio. So, damn, I'm trying to say it in a way where it's cool, cause niggas kind of like had to get on the phone. Niggas was doing too much. But basically, people was kind of like on the internet, like chirping a little bit about me, or just about people in general. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get on the internet too, and I'm gonna.
Wait, but what were they saying though?
So they was on some like, see, that's why it's slick, and I don't like really saying, but they was like, this nigga sound like this nigga, or he's trying to da-da-da. So I was just like, okay, I see that. So I'm gonna chirp a little bit too, but I ain't gonna say no names. Two was kind of just, you know, being petty. So I was just kind of feeling it because niggas wouldn't let me come to the studio. So I was a little hot. I was like, got on IG Live and I was like, da-da-da-da, said some things. Some niggas were offended, but it's okay. And then, you know, I still never got paid for none of them songs, but we gonna move forward. I don't wanna throw out the names though, cause it's old and niggas is past that though.
You know what I did? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We're not giving it.
We can't get it. I know what you're talking about. But with that, was there anything that you took away from that situation?
Yeah, one thing I took away from it was, like, honestly, if people don't say your name, like, it's not relevant. Like, even if you trying to diss me, if you didn't actually say my name, you didn't say it. So I feel like I'm always the type of nigga like, you didn't say my name, but I know you was talking about me type stuff. So I take it deep, but I ain't doing that no more though. Yeah.
So I saw when I was reading comments, I do see a lot of people call you a controversial rapper. Mm-hmm. So why would you think that they think that way?
I feel like it's because, like, you know, like I'm Christian, but I like cuss in my music, and then it's like kind of like, you know, they got all the rules to what like a Christian artist is supposed to be. So I feel like I don't be following it, or even like, you know, like with the whole mumble rap thing, like it would be times where sometimes I would just straight up, even for whole verses, really just not say any real words. It would just kind of all be, and that's what I felt like doing. And I feel like that was my expression. Niggas be like, this is trash, you can't do that, da 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 da. But it's just like, I always kind of been a move to the beat of my own drum kind of kid, so that's how I always carry it. I never changed that.
I think when it comes to hip hop in general, you know, it is that stern rule that like, if you rap, like you gotta be a lyricist, you gotta be making an impact, you gotta be making a statement, and I feel like the best ones are the ones that do it in their own way.
And the crazy thing is too, it's like if I really just said, oh, I'm just gonna do all lyrical miracle type stuff, I would still be so much better than so many people. But it's like it's not that deep though, you know what I'm saying? Just do what you gotta do.
So you've kind of felt the pressure at times to like switch it up and be more lyrical?
I won't say a pressure, but sometimes there'll be moments where I was like, I just want to show y'all, like if I do that, it's gonna definitely be better than your stuff. But I ain't gonna do it like all the time though, but I do it though.
Now, I do want to talk about your song titles because they're very random, and I think it's so funny. Like, so what's the stories behind those titles?
So, I always I just be awesome, just little kid stuff. Like, I'd be like, okay, like, you'll do a song, right? So let's say you make a song and it's like, I was jumping off the porch, right? Mm-hmm. So then you're gonna be like, oh, this song should be called Off the Porch. But I just be like, damn, nah, like, I gotta get my clicks up. So like, if niggas see this song, like, they not just gonna click Off the Porch. So I just be like, just call it Oprah, like, or something like that. Like, just like Whitney Houston, you know, just anything. So that it would just be random. Like, what would niggas see and be like, like, let me listen to that. And that's kind of how all my song titles be coming up, But it'll always be like a part of the song, though, in some way, so
Now, outside of the music, we do know that you are a big fan of the fashion.
Oh, yeah.
So talk to us about your style, man.
Yeah, I know. I mean, my style, I feel like my style was birthed a lot from, like, skateboarding. Like, you know, I was always skateboarding as a kid, so like people don't know, like a lot of the whole streetwear just really just mean like skateboard clothes, really. So all that, like how all the kids, they be wearing the Supreme and all that, like that stuff used to be so regular and cheap. Like only skateboarders used to wear it. So I was always onto that stuff. Then like, I remember like even in high school, like, cause we dressed like skaters, we'd be wearing all like Supreme and nobody knew it. And it would be like dirty. And then I remember I was like, yo, like, I told my friends, like, yo, I don't want to dress like this no more. Like, I want to get fly. Like, I'm trying to get some girls. Like, I can't keep doing this. So I started doing the Jordans. Then I was like, we don't want to mess with you no more because you trying to be fresh. So I always kind of had that balance of like, you know, getting fly, getting jiggy, but still having the skateboard stuff with it too. So over time, it just kind of developed my whole like style, yeah.
Now, please tell the people the codes when it comes to wearing white Air Forces.
Oh yeah. So the rules is for the white Air Forces, everybody, I heard some pretty egregious numbers lately. But my rule is you can only wear white Air Forces 3 times before you gotta trash them. What you think? Yeah, 3 times.
You like, okay, so so I'll be like, once they get a crease, once they even get a stain of dirt, throw them hoes in the trash.
Yeah, cause it's just like, it's like bad manners. It's like, you just like, oh, like, hey, I'm in public, but my Air Forces are all messed up. It's like, I'm a pretty messed up guy. That's kind of how I look at it. Mm-hmm.
So over the years, do you feel like the word hype beast has taken out the true authenticity of the streetwear?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but not in like not like kind of like a hater way, just on some like, it's not what it was. It was kind of like rebel fashion. It was like, like we not doing what everybody doing. We like some skateboard kids. We just rebels. So we wear diamond, or we wear chocolate, or we wear Supreme, and da-da-da. So I feel like over the year now, it's just like, oh, Supreme, yeah. So it's definitely not the same like how it used to be, but you know, what can you do?
Hey, how you feel about the prices of the dunks rising? Because them hoes used to be in Ross, they used to be in Marshall, like.
You kind of sized that. You kind of gassed it a little
No,
bit.
I swear, like Nike dunks used to be in Ross.
Nah, you're right though. They was kind of everywhere though. And now it's like, you can't even get no dunks for under 400, right? You probably can't get nothing for under 400. Yeah, I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, like, cause you know, like growing up, I had like all the sneakers. Like everybody who know me from Runaway, they just know, oh, that he got all the sneakers. But I be feeling like, like, because I remember a time where dunks was at Ross or like $80, even if I have the money to pay, I just can't pay all that money for dunks. So I just be like, if I miss it on the sneakers app, which I often do, I just let it go. Like, yeah, just you gotta be okay with moving on. Don't be too pressed, cause if you buy it for 400, then the next thing will be like, bet I'm gonna sell it for 500, and then you're just like, it's just a cycle. So that's how I think it is, yeah.
Now, just getting back into the music, what would you say are some things that you would want people to know about Foggieraw that you haven't spoke about as an artist?
I feel like I want you to know that my next album is gonna be real, real cool. Like, it's gonna go deeper than I, normally do. Pause. Yeah.
Oh Lord, I'm screaming. So basically, you took a picture with Dave James and Ari Lennox. What's up with that?
Oh, something sneaky on the way. It's on the way very, 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 very soon.
And Ari Lennox, well, can you even tell us if she's actually gonna be in the song?
Oh yeah, she's on the song.
Wow. Yeah, so did you guys all get to work together and record?
Mm-hmm, yeah, we was all together at a Airbnb, and we just made the song happen right there.
What was the vibes like?
Oh, it's cool. She's so funny. Like, we just all goofballs really. So it's really like just mad jokes. Niggas not doing nothing for like an hour. Then it's like, okay, let's just do the song, and then you probably do the song in like 15 minutes, and then back to jokes. Yeah, that's how it is for the most part.
And I did see that you also put Lil Mama It's Okay back on YouTube. So talk to us about that visual.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I did that with my boy Zay. We just we was just round away, just chilling, vibing out. Like, my boy Zonway shot it. He's another friend from around the way. He's an artist too, so it's just a cool little thing. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I do want to get your perspective on the rap game right now.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Just like on the rap game in general, right?
Yes, in the current era, because we in a whole different ball game right now.
I mean, you know, I feel like I love it. I mean, I always just love it. I love like how all the girls, you know what I'm saying, all the girls is now getting to shine like on rap. Like I be here for all that stuff really. Like rap, it's kind of damn near like a religion almost. You know, you just a part of it. You can never turn your back on it. It's like a cult damn near. So yeah, I'm here for it.
Now, where would you say you see yourself in about 5 years?
5 years? See myself still being Foggieraw, still waking up, getting fresh, still, you know, praising God, still, you know, being cool, being cooler. You know, that's what I see.
Now, what's next for you?
The next, it's definitely the album. The album, it's almost done, so, you know, yeah, it'll be very soon. It'll be very soon.
You're not trying to give us no details on this album, man.
Because every time I say it, then niggas will kill me if it don't. So but it's coming very.
Do you have a name? Can you tell us the name though?
No, I can't say that.
But you can't even tell us the release date, King.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna say this. It has Foggy in it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, Exclusive?
Yeah.
All right, well, Foggy got an album coming out, y'all. He ain't trying to tell us no details,
nah,
but
I said it got Foggy in it. That's
when you hear it, you hear it.
Yeah.
And before we wrap up, do you have any advice for upcoming artists or artists that are also, you know, conflicted with their faith as far as being in the industry?
Yeah, I feel like for artists, just always do music just because you love to do it. Don't ever do it for money or for attention. Just do it because you really love to do it and you really want to give something fire to the world. And then always just watch what happens from there. And then as far as your faith, like, it's going to seem like there's a lot of tension as far as what you should do, but there is no real tension. Like, you just got to be true to yourself. That always win in the end. So that's my advice, really. Yeah.
And do you got any last words? Oh, we already said last words. And do you have any shout outs?
Shout out my mom. That's it.
You don't got car, little mama, it's okay, it's okay. It's a flip, Lady Gaga. I want the smoke, I want the draga. Bad whoa whoa, her name is Lala.